Hello, and welcome to Tortoise Diaries, where I break down my life and I share little bits of insight into who I am and who I'd like to become. Sometimes I might talk in a funny accent. Sometimes I might sing at you a little bit. And sometimes I might try to say some things that I think are full of wisdom and sage advice. And if there's anything that I'm saying that's worth a damn, then maybe this little thing will gain some traction. And if not, then at least I'll gain good therapy for myself, because most of the things I say, 99% of everything I say when I'm doing these videos, really kind of just directed at myself. So, alright. I put 11 gallons of ice in the ice chest yesterday. Clean water. I've been dunking my head for, well, since May 13th. I've hit nearly every day. I might have missed like once a week max. So that's pretty cool. And I noticed a huge difference. Brain inflammation. Memory function, cognitive function. This helps. And maybe in the morning I'll find my thermometer and see how cold it is. It feels like 45 degrees, maybe 50. It's nice and chilly. It has definitely a lot more effect when you stay in longer. The colder it is, the less you have to stay in. Which is why I like 32 degrees, so I can just stay in for 30 seconds and it's like incredibly therapeutic and painful. So, we go in the water. One of the things that connected me to ice was Wim Hof. He also connected me with breathing. And I got really interested in breathing. Definitely colder than it was before. Need to get a bag of ice. Kind of makes it more visually impressive and helps me know when I'm really at 32. But when I put a lot of ice in here, just the 1 gallon ice jugs, they will grow ice too, which is kind of cool. So there's been a lot going on in my life. Massage therapy school is going incredibly well. I'm afraid I might have to change it to a different schedule, like the Saturday year schedule, or maybe the 2 shifts, 2 evenings a week night schedule to accommodate for work. So that's kind of a work in progress. I start my first day at Domino's on Wednesday. I think I can make pretty good tips as a pizza delivery driver, as long as I'm chipper, and maybe I might throw in a few little accents here and there. I might say, "Hello, matey, I've got your pizzas for you. Are you hungry? We've got 3 pepperonis. You must be starving, man." So that could be fun. Maybe I'll do something like that, or maybe I'll just be, polite and a good delivery driver. And maybe make some good tips, because that's how you do it in that particular field, is being good at what you do. I mean, that's how you make it in any field, is being good at what you do. So hopefully I make decent money. I've got rent due on the 19th and currently have no money to pay for it, so that's cool. Hence Domino's, fill in the gap until I can find something that better suits my purpose. That's a box that just fell down because I flooded the floors this morning refilling this thing. It was a huge mess. Like I told my wife though, everything got mopped, so, you know, cool. Not the best morning ever, but a pretty good one. I didn't get upset about having to mop the floor, so, you know, that was nice. Alright, and tomorrow I am auditioning, I say, for the worship group, band. I tried kind of auditioning, not really, unpracticed, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and being on stage and the lights and the whole thing and having to know the words and where it starts and like all of it, it freaked me out and I couldn't do it. It freaked me out pretty freaking hard. So, as they say, if there's something that you're having issues with, then the best way to not freak out is to be prepared. And the best way to be prepared is to practice and practice and practice and practice. I want to sing Tremble by Andreas Figueroa? No, that's who it's written by. Doesn't even say who sings it. That's rude. Mosaic? Maybe Mosaic is the artist. That could be true. Because that says Chris Tomlin right there. So I've got God of the City by Chris Tomlin, Ever Be by Bethel Music, Tremble by Mosaic, and How He Loves by David Crowder. Now David Crowder probably is in my range the best because there's a voice that I'm comfortable with. But Tremble is really challenging for me and makes me go through my range of voice, and so that I like that. So I guess I'm going to try Tremble here without any music, the first time singing it by itself like this. So, you know, this should be interesting. Hopefully I don't hurt your ears too much. And mainly I'm doing this so I can listen to myself sing it and figure out where I need to improve because, well, practice is tomorrow. Alright. It kind of starts pretty quick. And she starts low in the beginning, and I kind of start even lower. And then she jumps to her head voice. And then I also jump to my head voice, and it's a lot higher than my low voice. So we'll see how that goes. And then we'll see if I remember the right place to jump to, because I'm not sure that I do, and I haven't written any notes out because I just printed these off. So this could go really poorly. Peace, bringing it all to peace. The storm surrounding me, let it break at your name. Still, call the sea to still, the rage in me to still. Every wave at your name. Jesus, Jesus, you'll make the mountains tremble. It's supposed to be darkness there. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. Breathe, then call these bones to live. Call these lungs to sing once again. I will praise Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. You silence fear. Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. You silence fear. Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble, Jesus, Jesus. Your name is a light that the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is alive, forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. No. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, 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 Jesus. I don't really know how these Jesuses go exactly. Jesus, Jesus, maybe. Your name is a light that the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is alive, forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is a light that the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is alive, forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. And there's a little bit of oohing at the end there. So I mangled that. I mangled that really, really badly. Just so bad. I apologize. I apologize for all of that. All right. How He Loves by David Crowder. Let's go underwater first. So, interesting thing about the water, I thought I could hold my breath for a while by slowly expelling air from my nose after filling my lungs to capacity. But I haven't done it in a while. Like maybe 2 months since I've done that kind of meditation. And whenever I get in the water and try to count, I get to 30 and I kind of start to panic a little bit, and then I get to 40 and I panic even more, and then I get out of the water. And I kind of have this fear of water thing going on because of Jaws at like 7 or 8, kind of freaked me out ever since. Don't like not seeing my feet underwater, scary to swim out a long way. Like I got some water issues, and I think maybe it's tied in with that, so I'd like to break those fears. And also get some therapeutic benefit by icing my brain. This is my energizing breathing. I like to do this in the morning in order to charge my body and get it ready for the day. It also helps when you're going underwater, need more oxygen. And it clears the crap from your sinuses. I mean, you might have to blow your nose a few times, especially if you're real clogged up, but breathing really, really rapidly and heavily, using your full belly to push the air in and out, using your rectus abdominis as your agent of contraction and relaxation, so you're getting like a full abdomen workout while also getting a full breathing workout. And it's like kind of a beautiful thing. It kind of preps you for running because you're getting a diaphragm workout so that when you do run, it's not as painful. And interesting thing, whenever you breathe heavily, your liver kind of twists around as part of the breathing action. I only know this because I watched listened to a podcast on House of Pressure about cadavers, and the lady said, like, when you move the diaphragm, the liver twists as part of its cleansing action. And when you get that ache right here, it's actually your liver because you've been eating crappy food. Side point. Anyways, when I get excited, and I kind of know what I'm talking about, the words flow out, and they flow out really quickly sometimes, so you're going to have to apologize, and hopefully I can be understood. Anyways. I like going to 50, and then 100, and then 150, and I've done 200 once, but only once. So I feel like the best way to get views on YouTube is to be sort of a entertainer. Make people smile and make them want to come back for more. Like, what is this jackass gonna do next? He's crazy. And ideally, I mean, it'd be pretty cool if I could use YouTube as a learning source for me to absorb the information I know even better by teaching it, and then also teaching others how to have a more effective, efficient, better life using simple texts and tips and techniques that they can apply in their daily walk. Now that's going to be a separate channel. This is just for me and my therapeutic releasing, dumping of information, and then you get to do whatever you'd like with it. I really don't care. And the other channel is going to be something a little bit different, where it's a bit more formal, I think. But hopefully in the same kind of, maybe I can get kind of loosey-goosey with it. Let me show you this right here. The full body shake. To bring about relaxation and try to move away from any past trauma. That's why most animals, when you see them have some kind of trauma, like a dog running into a glass door, right? He's chucking along. And then, that hurt my neck, right? So you got a dumb dog on the floor. He's hurting. Well, you feel some tension in his muscles. You see the little dog shake it out. Well, that tells your muscles to relax. It's going to be all right. When you get in a car accident, because, I mean, driving's really dangerous, so it's probably going to happen. To at least some of you. When you get out of the car, shake that shit off if you can. I mean, if your leg's all jacked up or you broke your neck or something, I mean, maybe don't shake it off. But as soon as you can, if you can, shake it off. Alright, I don't know if I should sing this song. Love's like a hurricane, I am a tree, bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I am unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us, oh, how he loves us, how he loves us. That sounded off. He is jealous. He is jealous for me. Lost like a hurricane, I am a tree, bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I am unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us, oh, how he loves us, oh, how he loves us, oh. I really don't know how this part, how he loves us goes. Yeah, he loves us, oh. No idea, no idea. Hey, I'm gonna hit you with one more. I'd really like to be a musician one day. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Singer-songwriter. I'd like to draw the attention of some of the world's eyeballs in order to see if I can impart something useful into it so that society and culture improves and grows and becomes a better place because of it. Now, how exactly that's going to pan out is yet to be seen. But my goal is to give something back to society so that society is better when I'm gone. I don't care if I'm remembered, as long as the world, because of me, goes on an upward trend. Like, that would be tremendous. And if I can be popular enough and have people be, oh, he's so cool, and whatever bullshit, as long as I got eyeballs on me, I can feed out information that is good, making sure that it is always good and always right by double checking it through various multiple sources. I don't want to be wrong, because once you start getting wrong, then people start ignoring you, and I can't let that happen. So I gotta always be right. And if I am wrong, because that's okay, sometimes we fail and screw up, and then you just get back on your little horse again and you keep going, right? But if I am wrong, I have to admit, like, hey guys, that was way wrong, don't listen to me about that. This is what it actually is. So you gotta make sure you can apologize, that's kind of really important. Alright, so I'm going to sing you Long Black Train. There's a long black train, there's a long black train, coming down the line, feeding off the souls that are lost and crying. Rails of sin, only evil remains. Watch out, brother, for that long black train. Look to the heavens, look to the heavens, look to the heavens, you can look to the skies. You can find redemption staring back into your eyes. Look to the heaven, you can look to the skies. I'm not sure why I can't get that right. You can find redemption, you can find redemption staring back into your eyes. There is protection and there's peace the same. Burn in your ticket for that long black train. 'Cause there's victory, ooh, that was horrible. 'Cause there's victory in the Lord, I say. Victory in the Lord. Cling to the Father and His holy name, and don't go riding on that long black train. There's an engineer on that long black train, making you wonder if the ride is worth the pain. He's just waiting on your heart to say, let me ride black train. But you know there's victory in the Lord, I say. Victory in the Lord. Cling to the Father and His holy name, and don't go riding on that long black train. Well, I can hear the whistle from a mile away. It sounds so good, but I must stay away. That train is a beauty, making everybody stare, but its only destination is the middle of nowhere. But you know there's victory in the Lord, I say. Victory in the Lord. Cling to the Father and His holy name, and don't go riding on that long black train. I said cling to the Father and His holy name, and don't go riding on that long black train. Yes, watch out, brother, for that long black train. The devil's driving that long black train. So I've been trying to sing that song well since I was like, I don't know, 20-something. I think that was all right. I think it was all right. I know I can do better. So one of the reasons why I do this, just in case you're wondering why I stick my upper body in cold water, is to drop my temperature, my body temperature, down to about 60 some odd degrees. Anywhere close to 60s, wonderful for me because the body likes to be around 60 degrees in deep sleep. And so the faster you can get it to that temperature, the more efficient your sleep becomes. The more efficient your sleep becomes, like the quicker you fall into good sleep, then the less sleep you actually need. Pretty cool. Man. Not Rocket, you're the one. You make chess time so much fun. It's not Rocket, you're awfully good to me. Beep, 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 beep. Oh! I asked my wife if I could do these naked and blur out my privates, and she was like, "Are you crazy?" And I was like, "All right." If I was single though, I'd probably do them naked, do a big old blur, and that would draw some attention. And that'd probably be the only reason why I do it, except there was something like in the morning. I'm in the country. I like being naked in the morning. It's enjoyable. And skin brushing and showering and all the different things I do. It's easier not getting my underwear all soaking wet. I mess with water in the morning a lot. But, you know, whatevs. I will do my shower routine naked, though. That seems only fair. I don't want to shower with my underwear on. That's just silly. Makes my hands tingly wingly burny wurny. Forearms. Right around through here. And the head. I didn't know this, but I saw a cranial sacral poster. And it showed that the brain had a double barrier sinus cavity going on. I'd like to understand what that's about. Like besides this one here, like the actual brain pan portion of the skull up in here has sinus cavities. They seemed pretty thick. Obviously they're for cushioning. That seems like, alright. That seems like a logical deduction. A fair and safe logical deduction. Double cushioning keeps your brain safer. Good little helmet. But I'm wondering if it also helps reduce or carry away toxins from the brain. You might bring them out the nose and into the lungs so you can expel them. That'd be interesting. And if so, if that might be the case, hypothetically, does that mean, and it seems like it does, because if that was full of toxins and like wasn't purging out properly, you weren't getting a good cleanse of your brain, then you would be getting brain fog, and eventually Alzheimer's, because they are connected. You know, I don't think there's any question of that, personally. So clearing that out by increasing circulation in the brain because of the cold therapy, because I always feel more mentally clear after I've done my ice chest routine. Now, I had a bookmark. I'd like to send you off with a blessing. Maybe you can see my garage. It's a big fat mess. Like I said, I flooded this morning. Ooh, here, you can check this out. 11 gallons of mostly thawed out water. Yeah. It's nice having a chest freezer. There's my attempt to make a YouTube channel where I read children's books. I've been told that I have a nice reading voice. I've been practicing at it, and that's probably why I have a nice reading voice, because, you know, I've been practicing. And I also love to read, so that helps. Here's many boxes of books and other things that need to be gone through and probably not gotten rid of. It's kind of ridiculous. A big piece of wood I planned on doing something with. I don't know. Yeah. Massage therapy table. An aquarium that I put a rat snake in, a long one, the biggest one on the property. We have 3, so yeah, we do have a big one, a mama and 2 babies. Man, now I'm irritated. I don't know where it went. I don't know. One of my children must have run off with it, or I completely misplaced it. This is me saying, dadgummit! Dadgummit, Junior! What did you do with the thing that you needed? It's ooh, look at that. Look at that. I found it. It was just right here. All right. Ooh, let's do it with a red background. We'll make it all pretty. There we go. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? All right. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. And I could do it in Celtic, but I feel like that'd be blasphemy. Just a little bit. Go near air and borthar leet. Go rap hap and go huff. Go brock ar do juice. Yeah, nah. Chew. I don't know. Shouldn't do that anymore, though. That feels like I'm tarnishing my heritage a little bit. All right, so that was wonderful. It's been a real long time since I've done this. It's still really, really therapeutic. I think I should just keep on doing it and get over myself and all the flaws that I think I have, and just like keep doing the thing that makes me feel better. And this helps, and this helps. So, God bless. Have a great night. Have a great tomorrow. Start your day off right. Get up a little bit earlier. Wake yourself up properly, not with coffee, with like some cold water, some heavy breathing, some exercise, do some sprints. You got to change your parasympathetic nervous system, which is what it does when it goes to sleep. Your body goes into parasympathetic. rest and digest, the healing state. Well, you got to get your ass out of that state in the morning. You got to pump your body out. That's why exercise is so good in the morning. It wakes you up and gets you ready for the day. You can also use some deep, quick diaphragmatic breathing, a skin brush. I like that a lot in the morning, and a nice cold shower. I do a cold and then hot and then cold, and I skin brush in the heat as well. So, like, there's all sorts of different ways. But start your morning right. It's so important. I also like to journal and read my Bible, but I have not been doing those here of late because I've been sleeping in and sleeping in and sleeping in, and it's really frustrating. Alright. I don't know what happened. Something got stuck right there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, that was wonderful. All right. Bye.